Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Charyl, and I want to thank you for joining me today to guide you through your practice. Today we'll be getting into the hips, opening them up a little bit, and possibly maybe finding some balance on our hands. So without further ado, we'll get straight into it. Come to a wide-legged child's pose at the back of your mat. Bringing your big toes together to touch, send your knees out as wide as what's comfortable for your body. Hips back towards your heels as you fold forward, placing your belly in that space between your legs. And then you can have your arms reaching forward if you'd like. If that's not a blessing, you can always have your arms down by your side, palm face up. So choose something that works for you. If the floor is far away, you can always stack one fist on top of the other for your forehead to rest on, or use a block if getting all the way down to the ground is uncomfortable. And then arrive in your child's pose and take a nice cleansing breath here. So inhale deeply, inhale in through your belly, your diaphragm, and your chest. And then as you exhale, arrive on your mat mentally, physically, emotionally, all pieces of you gathered together for your little practice. Taking a couple of moments here to ground, bring your awareness to your breath. And just start to notice. If you're naturally breathing shallow, notice the sensations you're feeling in your body, all those special little places that tension likes to hide. And then start to extend your inhales and your exhales. And see if you can match the pace. So whatever count you breathe in, whether it's 4 or 5 or whatever, see if you can match the same count as you breathe out. And start to find your own ebb and flow. Bringing your awareness into your body and on the mat and seeing if you can keep your awareness in the present moment. If you can stay in your body even when things are uncomfortable. And if you can't, if your mind wanders, it's not a big deal. Just observe and notice it, and then just come right back. We'll take one more deep intentional breath. Make it the biggest one you've taken all day. So really inhale fully. Fill your lungs all the way with air. Really feel your shoulder blades spread wide across your back. And then hold it at the top. And then notice if there's a little bit more space in your lungs and sip in a little bit more. And then when you're ready with an open mouth sigh, let it go. Bring your lips back together. Come back to your pace of breath. And slowly start to reawaken the body. So you can shift from side to side, maybe giving your third eye a nice little massage on the floor on a block. Wiggling fingers, toes. Just take your time. If your eyes are closed, just gently start to blink them open. If your gaze is softened, just start to refocus your gaze. Gradually making the movements a little bit bigger. And if your arms are down by your side, reach them forward. And then plant your hands on the floor as you shift forward, coming into this wide-legged tabletop. And then shift your hips back towards your heels. And we're going to do this a couple times, just slowly reawakening back and forth and allow your spine to round as you come forward and arch as you shift back. And just reawaken. And any other movements if you want to move from side to side. Just wake up. There's no rules. Your movements don't have to match mine. If you find some place you want to linger and stretch a little bit more like a cat, then do so. Whatever movements your body is telling you that it needs, just go ahead and take them as we slowly start to re-engage. And then make your way to a neutral tabletop. So stack your hands up under your shoulders, spread your fingers nice and wide. Hands, shoulders distance apart, knees, hips distance apart, toes tucked or untucked. So it's totally up to you. It's more of a comfort thing. Hug your arms in towards your body. Draw your belly in. So notice if you're sinking into your joints. Draw your belly in, protect your low back. Send your shoulder blades down towards your pelvis as you lengthen your neck forward. So your gaze is down and slightly ahead of you, so not drooping, straight down to the floor. Engage the triceps to straighten your arms. And take a breath. As you feel all the engagement, feel the engagement of your core, front, side, and back. Feel the engagement of your arms, even your hands pressing firmly into the mat. And then on your next exhale, start to shift your shoulders forward over your fingers, like you're peeking over a cliff or you're being a really nosy neighbor and you're looking for something. And then shift yourself back. Good, and then do it again, keeping the arms nice and straight. Shift forward, shift forward. Feel the weight shift onto the first knuckles and the finger pads of your hands, and then come back. Good, and then do it one more time. Look forward, look forward, look forward, look forward. Feeling an interesting little stretch on your wrists, and then come right back to your neutral tabletop. Good, then come to the pads of your fingers, like there's a cupcake up under your hand, and you're just tinting it there, like this. Good, and then press your fingertips into the floor. And then release and set your hand back down flat. And then do the other hand. So left fingertips come to the ground, just making a little tint, protecting your sweet treat, and then lowering back down. And then do it, well, 2 more times each way. So right and lower, left and lower. Good, 1 more each time, right. Just turning on some of those muscles in your hands. And set it back down. Good. Then sit back on your heels and interlace your fingers. Take a couple of circles with your wrists. Breathing into it if you need to. Just taking your mind's eye to your wrist joint, to your hands, top, sides, bottoms. Pause, switch the direction of your circle. Good. Release that. Uninterlace your fingers and come back to your tabletop position. Good, so reset in that tabletop. Hug the arms in, engage the triceps to straighten your arms, draw your belly in, no droopy gut, shoulder blades drawing down, nice long spine. We're going to work with the shoulders here, so keeping the arms perfectly straight, keeping the pelvis and the low back right where it is. Just sink your chest in between your shoulders, so bringing your shoulder blades together. And then spread them far apart as you push the ground away. Nice. And then do that 2 more times. So sink your chest down and then spread your shoulder blades apart. Do it 1 more time as you lower your chest. Good. And then spread them apart. Kind of doming just the upper back. And then come right back to that neutral tabletop. Now the weight is even between both hands and your left leg. Lift your right leg to hover. We're going to take some hip circles. So send the sole of your right foot up towards the sky with your knee bent. Then open up the hip out to the side. Bring your knee towards your armpit and then sweep it up under you. And then do that 2 more times. And see if you can keep the movement coming just from your hip. So notice if you start to include your torso, your low back. See if you can keep the movement coming just from the hip joint. Once you finish your 3rd circle, pause, go the other direction. Bring your knee towards your chest. Then open the hip out to the side and back. Good. 3 quality circles. So we're looking for quality of movement. Really working on sending some fluid to this joint. Good. Once you finish the 3rd circle, send your legs straight back behind you. Square your hips to the floor. Notice if you're sinking into your shoulders or your wrists. Push the ground away. Stay active there. Good. And then swing your leg out to this side, parallel to the floor, and then lower your foot down to the ground. Rotate so that the toes face up and the heel is on the floor. And then send your hips back towards your heels. We have a little 3-legged child's pose here. Good, and then shift back forward through the tabletop. Good, toes are still pointing up to the sky. Send it back. Good, come back forward. Good, back 1 more time. And just pause here. Stay for a full breath. So inhale, find a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold forward. Just sending some breath to the inner thigh. Good, shift back forward onto your hands and then return the sole of your foot to the ground, toes facing forward. Use your breath. Take your inhale. On your exhale, lift your leg up to parallel to the floor and then step your foot to the outside of your hand. Coming into a little lizard lunge. So make any adjustments you need to. Walk your hands forward, walk your knee back, whichever. Good. Take a nice little breath here. Shine your chest forward. And we're going to play with opening and closing the hip. So come to the pinky edge of your foot, your front foot. Let your hip fall open and then squeeze your leg in towards your midline and towards your torso. And then do it 2 more in time. So open your hip, hug it in, Good. One more time to open. And one more time to close. Nice. Press your hands into the mat. Back up a little bit. So send the hip back a little and then lift your knee and send your right knee back to meet your left. And then reset back in your neutral tabletop. Take your breath. Actually, let's clean that out with a cat-cow. So lower your belly, take your chest forward, gaze up. Good, and then exhale, round your spine. Release the crown of your head to the floor, release your tailbone to the ground, and then come back to your neutral tabletop. And just take a moment to notice the difference between your right and your left side as you re-engage your arms, your core, lengthening through your spine. Take your hip circles on the second side, so weights even between both hands. Lift your left leg to hover. And then take your quality circles here. 3 one direction, 3 in the other. And just really focus on keeping the movement coming from the hip. Really focus on keeping the rest of your body as still as possible. And stay with your breath. Your movements might be at a different pace than mine, and that's fine. We'll all meet. Back, sending that leg straight back behind you. Once you are finished, square the hips, take the breath, and then on your exhale, swing your leg out to the side and then lower your foot down to the floor. Good, re-engage all of the things, arms and the belly, and then rotate the toes up towards the sky. Send your hips back towards your heel. Nice. And then shift back forward. Good, 2 more times, send it back. And forward. Good, and back. Pause this time. Take the full breath. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Nice long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Good, come right back up. Return the sole of your foot to the floor as you shift forward. Draw your belly and use the breath. Lift your leg and then set your foot to the outside of your hand. Come to your lizard lunge on the second side. Make the adjustments that you need to make. Good, breathing here. Good, stay high on your hands. And then open up your hip. Come to the pinky edge of your foot. Good, hug your thigh in toward your torso. And 2 more times as you open and close. And open and close. Good. Back your hips up a little bit as you send your left leg back, left knee meets right, come right back to that neutral tabletop. Pause here, take a breath. Let's take another cat-cow reset. Inhale, lower your belly, take your gaze forward. Exhale, round your spine. Good, come right back to that neutral tabletop. Good, we'll play with a little bit of threaded needle, so plant your left hand up under your face and then send your right arm up towards the sky. See if you can still square your hips down to the floor and just twist from the belly button up. And then as you exhale, feed your right arm up under your left armpit, reaching to whatever's on that side of you, and then lowering down. So lowering your shoulder and your face down to the floor. And then you have options here. With your left hand, you can leave your left hand in front of your face, possibly reaching towards the top of the mat if that feels good. You can take your half bind, reaching towards the opposite thigh. And this is great, pressing your fingernails into the floor of your right arm. If you want more and you're itching for extra and you like to balance, you can kickstand that left foot back behind you, just straightening the leg. If you kickstand your foot, really focus on engaging the leg. So don't just set it behind you. Engage the quadriceps to straighten your leg. If you want a little bit more action, work those glutes. Lift your leg up and squeeze your left glute. Reaching up. A little balance challenge. It's fun. And if your leg is lifted, simply return your knee back to the floor. If you're kickstanding, just come back and then release your hand. If it's not already in front of your face, place it there. Press into the mat, unwind, find an open twist, twisting to the right, and then release your hand back down to the floor. Pause for a moment, reset in your tabletop. Take the breath, inhale. Find your cow. Exhale, find your cat. Good. Come back to that neutral tabletop and we'll do the second side. So this time the left arm reaches up, square your hips down and just twist from the belly button up and then reach through, thread your needle, lowering down to the floor in whichever variation it is that you want to play with. half bind or not, balance or not. You don't have to do any of these things. They're all options, of course, to play with. If you have the energy, cool. If you don't, also cool. Choose your adventure. Good. If your leg is lifted or kickstanded behind you, just return your knee back to the floor. Return your hand in front of your face if not there. And then open twist to the left. And release your hand back down to the mat. Pause and reset. Take one more cat-cow, clean that out. Inhale, lower the belly. Exhale, round it out. Good. Coming back to your neutral tabletop. If your toes are not already tucked, go ahead and tuck them and then lift your knees to hover and then send your hips back and up as we arrive in our very first Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog together in this practice. And then take whatever movements it is you like to take in your down dog. So you can walk it out, you can march it out, you can shift it out of plank, whatever movements feel right. Come back to your breath if you've lost it. And once you've gotten your wiggles out, find some stillness in the shape. So your heels are reaching down towards the ground. They don't need to touch. That's not important. Your knees are as bent as you need them to be. So if your hamstrings are feeling a little tight, be kind to them and bend your knees. If they're feeling open, you do you. Hips lifting up. Press your hands firmly into the mat as you hug your arms in toward your face. No tension in your neck. Take a breath. Good. Use your inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward. As you exhale, bend your knees and step, or however you choose to, multiple steps, a giant step jump, come to the top of your mat and a forward fold. And then root to rise, circle sweep. Extended mountain pose, Urdhva Hastasana, reaching up to the sky. And then exhale, release your arms. Bring your hands in prayer at heart center. Pause as we shift from being on the ground to just standing. Now starting to heat up the body. And find your way into your chair. So bend your knee, lower your hips, arms reaching up. Good. Weight's mostly in your heels. Should be able to wiggle your toes. Now stay here in your chair and then come to the ball of your right foot. So just lift the right heel. And then lower it down with control and then do the left heel. So just come to the ball of your left foot. Just see how high you can get your heel up, while pressing the right one down into the floor, and then lower your left heel. Good. Hinge forward, hips lift up, crown of the head down towards the floor, and then inhale, find a halfway lift. Hands can be on your shins or the floor. Plant your hands down as you step back to a plank. Plank of your choice. So it can be on your knees or on your toes. Shoulders still stacking over your wrists, and then take a vinyasa. So if you're on your toes, shift forward. Bend your elbows straight back. You decide halfway or the belly. Find your back bend, cobra, baby cobra, up dog if you're ready. Make your way back to a downward facing dog. You can go through child's pose, tabletop, or plank. Arrive in your down dog, reset, take the breath, inhale. Exhale. Good. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. And then pull your knee towards your nose as you shift forward. And then set your knee off at an angle and lower your shin down to the ground. Coming into a half pigeon. So make the adjustments if you need to. The closer your heel is to your groin, the less sensation. Right? Okay, so we're going to activate our pigeon here. Opening up the hip. So sitting nice and tall. Press your shin down into the ground. We're going to do this 3 times. So use the breath. Take your inhale. As you exhale, press your shin into the ground as your hips lift up. And then exhale, lower all the way back down. Or I guess inhale. Sorry. Good. Press your shin into the floor. Lift up. And lower it back down. Wonderful. One more time as you lift. And lower. All right, stay high. Send your arms out to the side, east and west. Make yourself a little T. Use the breath, inhale here, and then exhale, hinge forward with a nice flat back. So try not to round your spine. Keep your gaze looking to whatever's ahead of you. See how far you can fold. Hit your bottom. Once you've hit the bottom, release your hands down to the mat, and then slowly press yourself back up. Come back to your half pigeon. Good. Place your hands firmly on the mat, tuck your toes, lift the back knee if it's not already lifted, and then come to a three-legged dog. So press into the mat with your hand and then send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip a little. Good. Square your hips to the floor and then simply release your right foot down. Come back to a downward facing dog. Roll forward, come to your plank. Clean it out with a vinyasa. You decide halfway or the belly. Take your back bend, cobra or an up dog. Make your way back, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath here as you reset and just notice the difference between your right and your left hip, and we'll do the second side. Good. When you're ready, inhale, lift the left leg up. Good. Pull your knee towards your nose as you shift forward. Set it off at an angle and then lower down, coming to your half pigeon. We're going to activate our pigeon on this side as well. So get yourself set. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then press your shin into the ground, lift up. And lower. And push as you lift and lower, and your hands can stay on the floor or on blocks. Do it one more time. Lift it up and lower it back down. Come to your pigeon on this side, your half pigeon. Good. Sitting up, nice and high. Arms out to the side. Good. Start to fold forward over your front leg. Nice long spine. Try not to round. Keep the gaze long. Keep the neck long. Good. Release your hands down towards the floor and then slowly start to press yourself back up. Good. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knees, plant your hands on the mat and then send your left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open the hip. Good. Square the hip. Release your foot back down. Shift forward. Come to the plank of your choice, knees or toes. Clean it out. Take a vinyasa. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Good. Once you arrive back in your down dog, take the full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Heels lift as your gaze is forward. Make your way to the top of the mat so you can jump, hop, float, step, whichever. Come to your forward fold. And then make your way to Utkatasana chair pose as you bend your knees and lower your hips, arms up. Good. Stay for the exhale. Bring your hands in prayer at heart center. Good. Spine stays nice and long, hips stay low. Come to the ball of your right foot. Good. Then come to the toe of your right foot. And then open the hips. So send the knee out to the side to see how much can you open that hip up by keeping everything else square. Good. And then bring the knee back to center. Release the foot all the way down to the ground. Second side, come to the ball of your left foot. Come to the toe of your left foot. Good. Open the hip all the way out to the side. Just explore how much can you open the hip. How can you keep your spine nice and straight. Good. Bring the knee back to center. And then release your foot back down. Stay in your chair. Root to rise, come to stand. Arms up and overhead. Good. Exhale, take the forward fold. Good. Halfway lift. Plant your hands down, step it back, find a downward facing dog. Reset here as you take your breath. Nice. Use your next inhale, lift your right leg up. As you exhale, step your foot in between your hands and then rise up, find a high crescent. Alanasana. Get engaged the back leg. So turn on your booty, your back booty, to send the leg behind you. You decide how deep of a bend you want in that front knee. Okay. Take the breath. Activate the things. The arms are active. They're not just up and overhead. Engage your triceps, sending energy and spirit up into the universe. Good. Going to open up to a warrior two. So pivot on the ball of the back foot, lower the back heel. Finding a warrior two. Find it. Stack the shoulders over your hips. Engage the back leg. That stays on. You should be able to see your big toe, front thigh spinning up and under, or under and up. I guess that makes more sense. Good. Reaching. Draw the belly in. Notice when you start to just sink. Make your pose nice and active. Good. We're going to come into Skandasana on the same side, towards the front of the mat. So pivoting to the heel of your back foot and then sinking deeper into that front knee. We're gonna make it active. So come down as far as you can and then press through your heel halfway up and then exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Good, do that again, press halfway up and sit a little bit deeper. Good, one more time, halfway up and sit into your Skandasana. Good, if you're in the tight hipped club like I am, you need all these actions to get deep into the pose. Now press yourself up, find a 5-pointed star. So arms up and overhead, reaching. Beautiful. We're gonna come into a warrior one to the back of the mat. So pivoting on the back heel and the front heel, and then rotate the torso to face the back of the mat. Just your feet if you need to. Same, activate the back leg. Decide on the bend you want in the front knee. Now from here, pivot on the ball of the back foot and come to a high crescent. Ooh. Good. We're going to come to standing on your, what is now your front leg, your left foot. So shift if you need to, right? Get your mind and your body understanding that you're going to come to stand on this one foot, bringing the back knee towards your chest. So come to stand. If you have to take multiple steps, that's cool too. And then bring your thigh towards your belly. And then crisscross. So place your right ankle, cross it over your standing knee, and then have a little seat as you sit in your figure 4 chair, really driving the outer hip down towards the floor. You can leave your hands up overhead if the shoulders are tired. You can bring your hands in prayer. Press yourself back up, bring your knee back towards your thigh. You're gonna come through a warrior 3. So start to send your leg back behind you. Options for the arms, you decide. You can send them behind you, hands in prayer, reaching forward, whichever makes sense. And then with control, bend deeply into your left knee and slowly lower the back foot down and then pop up, 5-pointed star, facing the wide edge of your mat. Good. Pivoting on the front heel, the right heel now, coming back to a warrior 2, towards the top of your mat, the original top of your mat. Make your way into a side angle. So lowering your right arm towards your thigh or possibly the floor. And play with whichever side angle you want to play with. So you can stay here, you can reach your arm forward, you can take big circles, you can half bind, you can fully bind. The option's yours, so take it. If you're comfortable here, stay here. From here, cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot and pivot on the ball of your back foot. Left hand comes down to the ground and then take a twist over your front leg, right arm reaches up. Notice what's going on with your back leg. If it's just hanging out there. If it is, engage the glute. Engage the quads. Good, release your top hand down to frame your front foot with your hands and then send your right foot back. Come back to a downward facing dog. Pause here, take a breath. Take inventory. Notice if anything is shifting internally, dealing with your body physically or even emotionally or mentally. And just notice, don't get attached, just observe yourself. And then we'll do the second side. So as you inhale, lift your left leg up, up, up. And step your foot in between your hands. Rise up to find your high crescent. To really activate the pose, really find it. Decide, make those decisions, how deep or how little. Listen to your body. Good, open up, find a warrior 2, facing the other side. Arms out east and west. Back leg still engaged. Square your chest to whatever's on that side of you. And we're going to come into our Skandasana. So pivoting on the heel of your back foot, your right foot, and then sinking in to your side lunge towards the top of your mat. We're going to make it active. Press up halfway. Good, exhale, sink in. Good, 2 more times. Press up halfway. And lower. Good, 1 more time. Press up. And lower, coming to your Skandasana variation here. Press into your heel, pop up, 5-pointed star. Yeah, coming into warrior two towards the back of the mat, so pivoting on the heel of your back foot, heel of your front foot. Rotate the chest forward, bend into your front knee, warrior one. Take the breath. Pivot on the ball of the back foot, come to your high crescent. Good, feel the pose. Feel your glutes turn on. Good, we're gonna come to standing on that front foot. So take as many steps as you need to. Come to stand, bring your back knee with you. Crisscross, left ankle crosses over your right thigh. Take a seat. Find your figure four chair on this side. Options are the same. You can have your arms still reaching or hands in prayer. Good, press yourself back up. Bring your knee back to center. Send it back behind you. Come through your warrior three. Hands can be down on the ground or a block. Start to bend into your front knee. Set the back foot down as you cartwheel open. 5-pointed star. Come to your warrior two, back to the front of the mat. Good, come to your side angle. You decide what you want yours to look like. And then start to cartwheel the hands down, frame your front foot, pivot on the ball of your back foot. Right hand comes to the floor or a block. Take the twist over your front leg. Have you lost muscle engagement? I did. So I will simply re-engage. Release your hand back down to the mat. Step your left foot back to a plank this time and then clean it out. Take a vinyasa. Make your way through. Find your downward facing dog. Hips lifting up, heels reaching down. Press your hands firmly into the mat. Release any tension in your neck. Good, round two. Use inhale. Lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Make your way to your high crescent. Arms reaching up, activate the arms, activate the legs, draw the belly in. Good, open up, find your warrior two. Find the pose first. And we're gonna come into our Skandasana to the top of the mat, so pivoting on the heel of your back foot. Lower down, we're only gonna do one this time, so explore. Maybe you can reach the floor. That's really cool. Pop yourself back up, 5-pointed star. Good, make your way to warrior one at the back of the mat. So pivoting on the back heel, front heel, warrior one. And make your way to a high crescent. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Making your way to standing staff, half staff, I guess we could call it that. Crisscross, cross your ankle over your leg, sit into your chair. Options for your figure four chair. You can stay here once again and just work on opening that hip, hands in prayer, arms above. If you want to play with the balance of your flying pigeon, simply continue to fold forward, placing your hands on the mat. Now, or blocks. If the floor is really far away, you can use blocks for this. Let me do that so I can show you. Blocks down, if you have them. The cork ones work the best. So once you've found this, if the floor is really far, use your blocks. And then hook your toes around your tricep. Okay. So hook, make a shelf. Start to press your hands firmly into the mat. Spread your shoulder blades apart like we did earlier. And start to shift forward, shift forward, shift forward, shift forward. And maybe you might start to feel some lightness in that back leg. And if you do, cool. Then you can pull your heel towards your glute. If you want to try kicking the leg, press your shin firmly into your arms. Continue to shift forward a little bit as you lift the back leg. Whoop. Maybe not. If you have it, cool. If not, I'm sliding. This is good too. And once you're done playing with your pigeon, come back to your figure four chair. So if you have your blocks, just set them off to the side. Rise up. Balancing is hard. Nice. Make your way back up. Make your way through your warrior three. So send the leg back. Good. Start to lower it down as you cartwheel up. 5-pointed star. Warrior two, back to the front of the mat. Good. Side angle. You decide. You can reach down towards the block or the floor. Bind or not if you want to include the shoulders. Good. Cartwheel the hands down, pivot on the ball of the back foot. Left hand comes down, take the twist. Good. You can stay here and just twist. If you want to continue and come to a little lounging lizard, come to the pinky edge of both feet and then reach the top arm towards the back of your mat. Good. Wherever you are, come back. Frame your front foot. Send your right foot back to a downward facing dog. Take a breath as you reset. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. Second side. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Step your foot in between your hands. Rise up. Find your high crescent. Good. Find the pose first before moving on. Open up. Warrior two. Activate the legs and the arms. Come to your Skandasana towards the top of the mat. Bending in. Just the one time. Good. Pop up. 5-pointed star. Make your way into your warrior one, facing the back of your mat. Wonderful. Come to your high crescent, facing the back. And make your way to stand on your front foot. Pull the knee towards your thigh. Crisscross. Come into your chair. Figure four chair. So, once again, the options are the same. You can stay here. You can play with the balance if you'd like. Hands down, blocks or the floor. Find the hook. Shifting forward to find your balance. Good. Pull the heel. If you want to send the leg behind you, you can. I'm slipping and sliding, so I'm not going to do it today. But you very well might want to. Good. Once you finish playing, come back to your figure four chair. Rise back up. Yeah, come back up. Come through your warrior three. Sending your leg back. Whichever variation you like. Try to lengthen through the spine. Start to bend into your front knee, lowering the back foot down. Cartwheel up. Find your 5-pointed star. Good. Come to your warrior two, towards the top of your mat. Good. Come to your side angle. Spinning your chest to square whatever's on that side of you. Now lowering your hands down to the mat, framing your front foot, right hand firmly on the ground or a block as you twist. Good. You can stay here or reach back. Beautiful. Come right back through. Send your leg back to a plank and then take your vinyasa. Halfway or the belly. Cobra or an up dog. Make your way back. Find your downward facing dog. Take a breath in your dog and let it go. Then lower to your knees and make your way on to your bottom. So whichever shape is comfortable for you, you can sit on a block or you can cross your ankles. I'm just going to face this way. It's just easier for you to see. Good. Send your right arm out in front like you're giving me a high five. And then turn your fingers down towards the ground and then like you're going to reach towards your wrist. If you need a little bit more, take the opposite hand and just cup your hand and just pull. See if you can keep that arm straight. And just breathe into that, into your wrist, into your forearm. Notice if your shoulders are coming up to your ears, relax them. and breathe. Good, release that. Send your right arm out to the side, turn the thumb down, and then bend your elbow as you place your hand on the small of your back. Take a couple circles here. Shoulder heads draw up to your ears, down your back, and then sweep it forward. 3, 2, 1, and release. We'll switch. Left hand comes forward. Give me a high five. Toe fingers, these are fingers down. Possibly cup a little bit more. Straighten the arm. Release the shoulders. Breathe. Nice. Arm out to the side as you release. Thumb down. Bend your elbow. Hand on the small of your back. 3 circles up and back for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release your hands. Prop your hands behind your hips, lean back a little bit, and then bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Let your knees fall over to the right, coming into a little deer pose. So square your chest to the top of your mat. We're going to work into this back leg, taking the leg into internal rotation. So hinge forward if you need to, or off to the side, and then lift the lower back leg up. And just hold it here. You can stay here, but it's easier if you can reach it. Just grab a hold of your ankle and just let it rest on your hand. It might not feel like rest. And release your leg back down, shift through center, come to the other side. Same, square your hips to the back of your mat. And then you can have your arm out to the side if that's helpful to lift the lower leg. And an option to grab a hold of the outside of your ankle and just help rotate your thigh the other way. And release your lower leg, and then just sweep the back leg forward and roll onto your back. Bring your knees to stack over your hips and your arms out wide. And then let your knees fall over to the right. Take your gaze over to the left. Starting to let go. Notice if you're holding on to tension in your hips or in your low back. And if you are, just use the exhale and tell yourself you're okay, you can release. And bring your knees back through center and then let them fall over to the left, gazing over to the right. Same. Notice any differences. Notice if the tension reemerges as you twist. Use the breath. Bring your knees back up through center and then set your feet flat on the floor. Send your legs out long and wide. Send your arms out down by your side a little bit. Inch your shoulder blades together a little, just to give your chest a little bit of a lift. Take a final controlled breath. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. As you enter your Shavasana, I invite you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you are able. The longer the better. Just let your body integrate and absorb all the fabulous work you just did. And thank you so much for letting me guide you through your practice today. The light in me sees, honors, and respects the light in each of you. Namaste. If you enjoy flowing with me, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so you'll be the first one to know when I release a new class. For access to my full library of pulse tutorials and continuously growing full-length classes, subscribe to Phoenix Fitness Yoga on Demand. Just click the link in the description to learn more. Namaste.